Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, February 25th, 2025, 6:30 in the morning. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is simple. We help people become successful and profitable currency traders, and we do that by teaching you how to trade with our simple but powerful and accurate proprietary trading indicators. And the purpose of this session is to show you one of our dozen different trade strategies and show you how simple and accurate the indicators are. So with that, we need to listen to this guy, and then we will jump into what we've got for today.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
I apologize. Apparently, there's something wrong with our email service. So the emails with the trade link didn't go out. We're trying to figure out what it is. So if you're able to get on here and find me, that was great. We teach with a number of different tools. We've got videos that break break things down into small bite-sized pieces that make it easy to learn. We've been doing this for 16 years. We've got a very specific curriculum that gives you what you need to know to be able to make money. There's lots of information out there. Almost too much information, and it's hard to figure out what's good, what's bad. With us, we figured it out. We've got, and the way we've structured it is that we're so confident in how well these indicators perform is that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split the profit. I do 3 live trades a week. We did one last night. Last night we didn't find a good trade up, so we didn't take a trade. On last night's overnight trade setup, if you took it, and you probably didn't because it looks like the email didn't go out, but if you did take it, you should close the trade. Close the trade now. The signal has changed, and the general instruction with that overnight trade is if it hasn't closed by 6 in the morning, reevaluate what the indicators are telling you and take action from there. So I do 3 live trades a week. Every evening at 4:15-ish, I send out an overnight trade setup that you can copy. When you become a regular member, every morning at 10 a.m. we do a trade. Every evening at 10 p.m. we do a trade. And we also send out trade pattern alerts between 9 and noon. I like to work off of a little checklist that helps me stay focused and make sure I don't forget anything, because as you get older, it becomes easy for things to kind of pass you by and forget. Every morning when I restart, I'd like to refresh my green chart. Updates, picks up any updates they might have done, and it clears out the memory. The end of every day, I'd like to take a look at the trades that didn't go the way I thought and try to figure out why. Again, we didn't take a trade yesterday, so we're not going to do that this morning, but this is kind of an essential of becoming a good trader. With our simulator, you can go back to the specific time and take a look at exactly what the chart was showing you when you took the trade. More often than not, when you do that, you're going to find a reason or something that you did wrong. In fact, we had a trade last week where we did that, and I kind of bent the rules a little bit on taking the trade, and it came back to bite us. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at signaling to us the direction the market's going to move. And if we can figure out the direction the market's going to move, we can make some money. However, news does impact currency prices, so we want to know what news events are so that we can correct it, or so that we can basically trade around it. I like to look at the news events on forexfactory.com. Breaks it down into kind of three categories. Yellow is low impact. I ignore those. Orange is medium impact. I ignore those also. Some people pay attention to these. And red is high impact. High impact are items I want to trade around. And this morning, we don't have any high impact items. So we are good. Any trade that we take now will be done well before 7:30 tonight. When we coach someone, as we get to know you, we will figure out you'll tell us your availability to trade and your risk preferences, and we will develop a customized trade plan based around those preferences. We've got a dozen different signals we can trade with. The one that I like is something called the 10-point trade signal. I like to trade it off of a 1-hour chart, but you can trade it off, anywhere from a 30-minute up to a day chart. On a 1-hour chart, trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips, and my sweet spot tends to be 11 pips. If I can carve out 11 pips, get in and get out, and I do that 3 times a day, I'm making a terrific living. And the strategy is kind of simple. It usually will take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours for a trade to close. And there are 3 sections of the chart, and I want the lines from all 3 sections to agree. And when I have that, I've got a good trade. So let us see what we've got this morning. The chart we're going to trade off of is the Light 6 Major. It's one of our standard charts. It is a composite chart, and it's showing us 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all US based on a 1-hour time frame, which means the candle has 1 hour's worth of information in it. I start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. Red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where the lines are either overbought, they're up here and going down. And as you can see up here, going down. And I'm going to ride it through the channel. And you can see the red candles. Or oversold and going up like we've got here. So right now we have a nice buy signal. And there's 4 things I'm looking for. 1, that we're oversold. 2, that all the lines are going up. 3, that I have what I call a double cross, where the green line is crossed over the red and the gray line is crossed over the black. So that's 3. And then 4, I look at what the steepness of the green line is. And I want it to be better than 45 degrees, and it is. A plus is that all the lines are clustered, which they are. Another plus is that the green line is entering the channel, which it is. And I will consider anything as long as the green line on the major indicator is less than halfway. So I've got all 4 points that I'm looking for here. When I have all 4 points that I'm looking for here, I am going to jump up to my TNTs. There are 4 lines here. Each is measuring the rate of change at a different speed. So the 2 orange lines are telling me buy. Thick blue is coming down. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue comes down, that means buy. So I've got 3 of the 4 lines here telling me buy. I need at least 3 of the 4. And then I'm going to jump down to the pressure. And I want these lines either going up or I want the green line on top. And the green line has just crossed over the red line there, just barely. And the green line is going up, red line's going down. So we've got sideways pressure, actually. I've got 1 point here, 4 points here, 3 points here. So I've got 8 points. When I have 8 points, I want to confirm the trade. The way I confirm the trade is I go to a full chart. And a full chart, rather than showing me 6 different currency pairs, is showing me one currency pair, just the Australian dollar, US dollar, but with multiple time frames. So here's the 1 hour chart we were just looking at, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart, 8 hour chart, 12, 1 day. And on the 2 hour chart, I'm looking for us to be oversold, which we are. Doesn't necessarily have to be going up. And on the 4 hour chart, I'm looking for us to be oversold. Doesn't necessarily have to be going up. Here, the majors are going up, the minors are going down. So I've got my confirmation. The reason I want both of these oversold is if this signal weakens, I'll still pick up the trade off of here. If we're oversold, there's less likely of a chance that I'm going to get stopped out, that it's going to go down so much that we'll get stopped out. Now, on some of the trades we do, the take profit is predetermined. On others, you need to figure it out. And this is a trade where you need to figure out what it's worth. So to figure out what it's worth, I want to go to a clean chart, and I want to know what the trend is. So AUD USD. So this is just showing me what it's traded over the last 3 months. And I want to drop some support and resistance in. Support and resistance are where the candles seem to naturally stop. And I want to take a look at what the trend is. So here we're trading into an uptrend. And it looks like the trend might have changed, that it's starting to go down. And you can see, let's move this over a little bit. Seems to stop here, stopped here, stopped here, stopped here. And then up here, it seems to stop here, over here, in here, like right in here, right in here. And I scrunch up the chart to get more data points to draw this on. And usually on the Euro USD, these lines are about 40 pips apart. So 63.27 to 63.26. So that's 30 pips. So I'm going to open it up so I can see it a little bit better. And then I am going to, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one more thing. I want to drop one more line in here. Looks like we stop in just a little bit. Like right here, right here, right here, right here. Let's. Looks like there might be a stopping spot in the middle here. And then I want to know how much room I have from where we're at to the line. And it continues to go up while we're looking at it. So that's 14. It's actually a little bit more than 14. About 14 pips up and 16 pips down. And let us see. Seems to stop in here a little bit. Come on. Eight pips. Let's open this up a little bit. So we're trading into a downtrend. So when I'm trading against the trend, I want to take less pips. So rather than go to this line, I'm going to go somewhere south of this line. These become the boundaries of which I trade within. So you can see if I had taken a buy here, see how it keeps bouncing and then it never broke through? Because I want to get in and get out, I don't want to take a trade outside of this area because my goal is to get in and get out. Now, I've got just a little bit of a concern because it seems like there's a little bouncing in here that we're trading through this. So if I'm going to take a trade, I think I'm going to take a trade to this candle here. So let's go back and double check the signal one more time. So I like this, I like this, I like this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a buy on the AUD-USD. A buy on the AUD-USD. And if you are using MetaTrader, you can take it in your simulator, but if you're using MetaTrader, AUD-USD, I do not have that open. This is a demo account, by the way. I'm going to go to File, New Chart. AUD-USD is in the first grouping. I'm going to change this to a 1-hour chart so we're looking at the same thing. I'm going to do my lot size as a function of how much is in the account. And kind of simple rule of thumb is just move the decimal place over 4 spots. So if I move the decimal place over 4 spots, it'd be 1.62, and I'm going to round it up to 6.3. So 1.63. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. I'm just going to take the 1.63. I'm going to click Market Buy. It records it. And then I am going to go to right-click, Modify Order. And we're going to go for 9 pips. 9 pips is 90 points. If I click the little blue button, it does the math for me. And we'll use a 3-to-1 for a stop loss. So if I'm going for 9 pips, I'm going to go for 27 pip stop loss. Add an extra 0. Click the little red button. And then I'm going to click Modify. And it came out a little bit above here. So I want to be within this candle. So I'm going to pull it down just a bit because I want it to be touching the base. I want to get out while it's, oops. Here, let's try it again. Grab this and pull it down so that it's in here. And then I want to just see that, see our stop loss is there. So we're going to do a buy on the AUD-USD, which was with a take profit of 0 for 9 pips, with the take profit of 0.63487, 0.63487, A stop loss of 0.63145. 0.63145. And we're going to expect this to close within the next 1 to 3 hours. Let's see what else we have. If there's other trades available. So we'll go back to the standard chart. Here we're overbought. Now here's a case where I generally on a 1 hour chart won't take a buy when we're overbought, but you can see we could have gotten a nice run had we. It's just not part of my trade plan. When we're overbought, at some point it's going to turn and come down, and I don't want to get stuck holding it. Pound USD overbought going up. Dollar Canadian dollar, we're more than halfway through the channel. Generally, I don't like that. Now we're actually touching oversold now with the green line. Dollar Swiss franc oversold going down. Again, here's another case where you're oversold. You know, you could have made 10 pips here. 9 pips, 9.2 pips. Taking a trade when it's oversold. Just not part of my trade plan. Dollar yen overbought. Minors are sideways, majors going up. So I've cloned this chart, and we have 6 other currency pairs. These are non-USD pairs. So let's see if we see anything here. Euro pound. I've got disagreement between the majors and the minors. Now, when I have the situation that I'm looking for, when each of the 3 sections of the chart are measuring different things. So when all 3 agree, that's a high probability trade that the trade's going to go in that direction. So that's why I like to check all 3. Australian dollar, yen, we're almost overbought going up. Also, because of the time of day, it's evening in both of these markets right now. I don't want to trade on a 1 hour chart when it's evening in both of these markets. Now, on the trade we took on the Australian dollar, US dollar, it's morning time here in the US, even though it's evening time in Australia. So one of the markets are actively trading. Euro Canadian dollar. Overbought. Everybody's going down. I've got the double cross. That red line is crossed over the green, and the black line is crossed over the gray. There's good steepness on the green line, so that's 4 points there. 2 orange lines going down. Thick blue going up, so 3 of the 4 here. I've got up pressure. It's actually pretty good up pressure, but I do have the red line on top. Red line on top. So I've got 1 point, 4 points, 3 points. Let's do our confirmation. So that's Euro Canadian dollar. I want to confirm it by looking at what the 2 and the 4 hour. I want both the 2 and the 4 hour to be overbought. So overbought. So I've got both the things I want here. Let's just save this. In fact, we're overbought across the board. And then let's look at a clean chart and see what the trade might be worth. So that's Euro Canadian dollar. We're going to crunch it up so we can get more data points to drop our support and resistance in. So basically, I'm just kind of eyeballing this. So it seems to stop in here, over here, in here, over here, over here, over here, over here. And I'm going to put a lower bound. Kind of stopping in here, over here, in here, a little bit here, a little bit here, over here. We're trading into an uptrend. So I want to be careful when I figure out how many I'm going to take. So we're at 1.4903 to 1.4945. So that's about 40 pips. About 40 pips. And I want to know how much distance I have from where I'm at to where we're going, to where the line is. So that's 35 pips. And I'm also going to see, like, how about if we just go part of the way, 16 pips, and how much going back? Five pips. Let's take a look at the chart one more time. Oh, we got all four here now. Two going down, two going up. All right, so we're going to take a 15 pip sell on the euro Canadian dollar for 15 pips. So let's you can take that in the simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader. So euro Canadian dollar, I don't have that open here. I'm going to go to File, New Chart. It's going to probably be in this third group, euro Canadian dollar, right here. I change it back over to a 1 hour chart. Oh, it's got a huge spread on it. 2 pips. This is very large. So we need to be taking at least 10 pips on here. So I'm going to click New Order. I'm going to keep my lot size the same, 1.63. I'm going to do a market sell. And then I am going to go to modify. And we said 16 pips. So 16 pips. You just add an extra 0 to convert pips to points. I'm going to click the copy as. It's going to do the math. And we'll use 3 times 15 is 45. 450. Drop that in. Click modify. It should drop it in for us. And I want to be, we said we wanted to be, hold on, I'm going to change that. No, not that one. I want to be in this candle. So let me just see. We could actually go a little bit more. I'm going to pull this down just a bit. Be in this group here. So we took a sell, so it's really probably closer to 17 pips with a take profit of 1.49238, 1.49238, and a stop loss of 1.49878. 1.49238, 1.49878. And I'll expect these to close within the next 3 hours. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you want to learn to trade, best way is find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. It's worth the expense. You'll get you'll save a lot of headaches. We've been doing this 16 years. We're pretty good at it. We're so confident at it that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money. So that reduces your risk and increases the chances that you're going to be successful, because we don't want you to lose our money. So we're going to be keeping an eye on you and act as a safety net. All right, join me this afternoon at for tonight's overnight trade. Hopefully we'll have the email thing figured out by then. All right, have a terrific day, and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.